Hi friends, welcome to Fast Studies YouTube channel. This is continuation to the playlist where we were discussing about how one can become zero to .NET developer in the era of AI, right? So in era of AI, you becoming developer is very easy because you just need to know the basics. You don't need to know too much in depth of it and what is exactly you need it and how you can become a developer of a .NET from zero level in the era of AI. That is the whole idea of this playlist. And this is the continuation video. And in this video, we are going to discuss about basically a C-sharp basics. Okay. So in C-sharp basics, so next couple of videos are basically on C-sharp uh, as I discussed at the starting of the video, like how the structure of the course is going to be. So with this video, it is a phase 2 video. And in this video, I'm going to discuss about variables and data types in C Sharp and why they actually exist, right? So let me give you a real world example where you can sense what is variables and data types. So every program or every application, whatever you use today, right? Be it maybe Insta, be it maybe YouTube and some banking app, right? Whatever you use right now in today's world, they all basically store data, right? And when I say data, maybe your name, your balance, the likes count, etc., right? But when it comes to the program, what you write, like how does your program or how does your code store the data? Right? That's the question, right? And that's where exactly we need variables and data types. So variables and data types in code are in C Sharp or Python, any language, right? Basically, they are there to store the data there, right? And if you don't understand them, and you will never understand what your AI generated the code, and you will be not at a position to correct them. So even though AI writes the code for you, it is very important for you to understand them, right? So let me give another kind of an example. Imagine when you go into the kitchen in your home. Basically, you need some containers there, right? So you might need some containers there, maybe for jar for sugar, and maybe bottle for water, right? And maybe a box to keep some groceries or vegetables, right? But you won't keep water in paper bag, right? So paper bag is also a container, but you won't keep water inside of it, right? So you will choose depending upon what material you are going to place, and accordingly you will choose your containers, right? That is exactly the variables and data types as well does for you. So imagine variables are like your containers, which will store some material there, some data there, but the data type is something which will tell the type of the variable, right? So, yeah, and depending upon what kind of a data it has to hold, you have to define them accordingly. So without variables, your program or your code will not have any memory, right? So with variables is actually like a memory, which will remember and which will hold some data, right? So and in C Sharp, right, there are various type of variables. To store numbers, we have integer variables. To store decimal numbers, we have double. To store strings or names or words, basically, which is string data type, and true or false kind of a thing, which is like a bool data type, and a single characters char data type. So these are all the various data types we have to store various kinds of numbers or data in your C Sharp, right? So let me practically show you this. So what I will do, I will try to open a Visual Studio here and I will try to open some console application which I might have used in my previous videos. So let's wait for this console application to load and then I'm going to write some couple of lines of code here and show how the variable creation or the syntax or the data type will look like in C Sharp. So my application got loaded here. Let me remove all this code here. And what I am going to do, maybe I'm going to write int age equals to 25. So that means here age is a variable, int is data type. Basically age is like a container and type of the container you are telling it there and storing your data there, right? And similarly, maybe I have int score equals to 100, right? So basically, I'm taking those values and storing them, right? And I can very well easily print them, right? So I can use that um, write line console dot write line, and then I can print like that, right? So when I do that, it will basically print age as a string plus then whatever the value in the age variable it will print there. So let me save it and run it. It should print. Um, and I will show you the couple of examples with the other data types too very quickly. So integer values, we use int data type there, and it will store the data, and you see the value printed there. So similarly, let's assume maybe I wanted to store a decimal, then you can use double, right? So let me. So there is something called decimal data type also. Let's not worry about it. We'll talk about it. So double maybe price equals to maybe 99.99. So that is the price. So if you see, I have a decimal number there. So if I store this decimal number in int, it will not go, right? Our data might get truncated. The whole data will not get stored there. So for decimals, we have that. And obviously for strings, maybe text and words, right? We have something like string data type. So for example, here I am using maybe Mahir as a value to store inside a variable called first name, which is a type of string, right? And I can obviously print all of them. And let me use bool also. For an example, maybe bool is student equals to true. So that means true or false values I can store there in the boolean. And then maybe character data type, as I said, which will store the single character, and I will create a variable called grade there, and which will store a grade with a single letter. So basically, if you have a single character, use a char data type, true or false, use bool data type. Strings, that means text or words, use string data type. Decimal numbers, double, normal numbers, which is basically integers. So that's how they will store. And imagine a case, let's assume AI written a code. So if let's say what I will do here is maybe let me remove this, and I will try to I will try to ask AI to write some code here, and let's see what it will write here. So I'm opening the GitHub Copilot CLI, sorry, GitHub Copilot here, chart experience, and I'm asking here write simple code which basically has some price and tax values and compute total and print total. So let's assume I kind of give a prompt where I'm asking AI to actually basically has some values called price and tax, and then maybe compute them into total, and then print them, right? So when I do that, right? So right now the code came correctly, that is well and good. But let's assume what if it came this way. So let's assume int it came price as 100, and maybe the tax, okay, forget, okay, yeah, let me do this one also. Int, okay, maybe tax rate is fine. Okay, so basically I have changed the code. Let's assume this is the code AI gave to you. Int price, int tax, total, and then printing. But understand this, what this code works fine, right? So if I run this, assume, as I said, assume this is a AI generated code, okay? And if I run it, it should print the total, all works well. But assume what if price is 99.99. So let me save this. See, now it will give you an error, right? Basically, I'm taking a decimal number and I'm trying to store it in a variable which is type of integer. So these kind of errors will come, right? So in real time, maybe if always a integer is coming into the price, then everything works well. But suddenly, let's assume during runtime, a frictional maybe basically a decimal number started come into the variable, then you will end up with seeing that errors, right? So but imagine you know these data types and variables, then you can immediately sense, even though right AI has written a code for you, then what you will immediately feel, maybe this is not the right thing to do it here, maybe I should have a double data type here, because price sometimes can be integer, sorry, and sometimes it can be a decimal as well. So better I will use a double data type there, and accordingly the total also will get changed. So you will sense that even though AI written a code, and you will try to make the changes accordingly, right? So that is what the whole point I am trying to say. Um, So that's it. I think now you understood what is variables and data type means. And there is one more thing. Basically, there is something called where data type. So where data type is something like, imagine it's like C sharp to figure it out, right? So here exclusively I am telling it what data type for a variable. But let's say if I have this way, right? Where name equals to, if I have a value here called Mahir, and then if I print that console.writeline Mahir, basically I'm creating a container, that means a variable, but and I'm storing some data into it, but I haven't declared any concrete data type there. I just said where. So what that mean is basically I am trying to say that C sharp to figure it out. Depending upon what data is coming here, you figure it out the type for that variable and assign that data type accordingly for it. So it is called a lazy mode. I am not explicitly telling it what is the data type, but whenever the data is getting assigned, that's where C sharp will figure it out the type, and accordingly things will work. So if I run this code now, it will still work even though I haven't labeled or created that name variable as a string. So I still see the value, right? And when I hover on that variable also, if you see, it shows that name variable as a string type. So why that is showing that way? Because C sharp is figuring out depending upon what data I am getting passed here. But you as a beginner, I will encourage you to always write the data types explicitly instead of thinking C sharp will figure it out. Maybe over the time when you become more confident in a code and you will make sense where to use where and accordingly start use them, right? So I hope now you got an idea about what is containers and data types. As I said, when you compare with the kitchen, so you have containers, sorry, what is variables and data types, right? So when you compare it with with a kitchen, right, basically you have that containers to hold something, that is basically variables, and container has a different types. Maybe jar is for something else, maybe bottle is for something else, maybe paper bag is for something else, right? Similarly, data types are depending upon what data we are storing in a variables, accordingly you have to use. I hope you got this. Try to practice it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, guys. Let's wait for another video to make this whole playlist successful. Thank you. Have a great day.